Hey, welcome back to 18 WJTS News. Time for our weekly visit with the Dubois County Humane Society. I'm here with Donna and two very special beagles. We've got Boomer and we've got Newton.
Boomer and Newton, what sweet boys. They're brothers, and they are about 9 years old. I looked it up, and 9-year-old beagles are considered seniors.
Seniors?
Yes. Okay. In fact, for a beagle, when they hit 9 years old is when they consider it a senior. Uh-oh, somebody's fallen in love with you, Brian.
Oh, boy.
I think.
Love it. Hey, Boomer.
They were owner surrender, and no fault of their own. The family just ran out of time. And that's something that we can't stress enough, is when you adopt a dog or a cat, they're yours for life. They're part of your family. And
yes.
So these two boys want to be members of another family.
Yes,
now.
Do.
Did you get tangled up in your leash? I'm sorry, big boy. Anyway, I'm going to let him go because he's all tangled up. Anyway, they're ready for adoption. I do want to let you know that they are heartworm positive. Heartworm is passed by mosquitoes, and we are going to be giving them treatment that will not prohibit their adoption whatsoever.
Okay.
And they are a pseudo-bonded pair. By that I mean they could be adopted apart, but they're not going to fare very well.
Yeah. They like each other a lot.
They really like each other. In fact, Boomer was in here first with us.
Yes.
And then I went back and got Newton, and Boomer lit up, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
He did. He was a very docile, this is what he was doing with us.
Yes.
And then Newton came in, and he was kind of like, okay, now I know what's going on. So this is a very good thing that they could be adopted together. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's getting ready to go check out what Newton's doing over there.
Grab Newton.
Yeah.
Come here, handsome man. Come here, little man.
Here comes back.
Come on, baby.
So Newton is the browner dog, so to speak. Yes. And Boomer is the one that's got the white.
That's exactly right. And,
yes.
and you have to say that they are not pure beagle because we don't have their papers, number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, Newton does not have the white tip. I'm looking for a white tip, and it can even be a few hairs. I'm not seeing it. So we're going to call him a beagle mix.
Okay.
But you're right. Boomer has the white on him, and Sweet Newton is more all of the Listerine color.
Yep.
They are easy. Beagles want to please. That's their whole goal in life, is to please. They are a hunting dog, and so their nose works very well. Sweetest boy. But they are wonderful family pets. They're one of the number one pets in America because they do so well with families and with children and so forth. But they also do well with their senior dogs. They do very well with senior people too. They like just being cuddle bugs. I mean, look at this. He just wants to be loved on. That's his whole thing. Now, Newton, he's more of an explorer, and once he gets used to his domain, he's going to, do the same thing. But look at him. I mean, I've tugged him and everything, and he's not giving me one bit of feistiness back whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, they're ready for adoption. A dog adoption fee is $125, and that does include both of these boys have been neutered, and then they have been brought up to date on all of their vaccines, being socialized, being treated for the heartworm. Because they are heartworm positive. And if you're interested in them, you can go to our page on Facebook, Dubois County Humane Society. You can go to our website, duboiscountyhumane.org, or you're welcome to come out to see them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're here from 3 to 6. And then on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, it's by appointment only. So let's say you wanted to come and meet these boys, you would call, make an appointment, and they would be glad to work out between your schedule and theirs to meet these wonderful, handsome boys. Come here, sweet man. Oh, love a dog. And being in the Christmas spirit and everything going wonderful, I know they're going to give you a deal, 2 for 1, because it's buy one, get one with these two boys. I'm telling you, we have a lot of bonded pairs right now. We go in cycles, and sometimes we'll go quite a while, and maybe we'll have one couple. We have got several bonded pairs right now. So if you're like, well, I'm just not quite into beagles for my reason or whatever, trust me, we've got several bonded pairs in there. We've got two sisters Terriers with a Husky mix that are absolutely gorgeous. And then we had Frank last week and his big buddy Henry.
Yep.
We were going to do him, but Henry had dirty paws, so I decided to do these guys today. We'll clean his paws. We'll get Henry all cleaned up another time. Anyway, so these boys are ready for adoption, and there's a few announcements I'd like to share.
Yeah, what do you got?
Well, a big one is we just learned that there is an Advent Advent calendar that was sold at Costco. It's called the Irish Rover Advent Calendar, and they're having a recall. Dogs are getting sick from it. They're getting diarrhea, vomiting, and GI distress, and so Costco and Irish Rover have put a recall on that. So if you got that, because we all of us pet owners, we love to spoil our babies. If you did get that, stop it immediately. Contact Costco or Irish Rover, and then they can tell you what's next. But you definitely want to stop that right now. We also have an interesting challenge accepted. It's a hashtag challenge accepted. We have a wonderful donor who said they would give a matching donation up to $1,000. And we have just put this out on Facebook recently, and we're up to $550. But we really want to get up to $1,000, because then that means that's $2,000 for our shelter. And the number one thing that we spend our money on, vet bills. When you have two heartworm positive dogs like these, as well as some of the others that we have, the expense gets expensive. And the vets help us out as much as they can, but they also have overhead to take care of. They have salaries they have to pay, so they can't give everything away free. So we do what we can, they do what they can. So if you can do the challenge accepted and go to our Facebook page and do the donation, that would be excellent. We have that bar crawl scheduled, but there may be some changes. There may we're just not sure what the status is, so here's what we recommend. Go to our Facebook page and look at that. If you had interest or if you bought tickets, please look at that and see what is going to exactly happen, because it's still in the air. So the best thing I can tell you to do is watch on Facebook and see what happens, because we will make that decision here in the next several hours or day. And then I would be very remiss if I didn't mention the tragedies that happened down in Kentucky, particularly at Mayfield and in Dawson Springs. Oh my goodness sakes! And watching that tragedy unfold that night, and then the next day when the sun came up, and then every day since has been horrible. We're a humane society, and we want to help all humans and be humane to the animals. So there's a couple of groups that we are aware of. The Jasper group has a truck that will be going down in a few days, and you're welcome to bring things to help with the humans or to help with the animals. And they are open from Wednesday 6A to 7P, and then the other place is Patoka Station and Patoka Lake Winery. Minky Trucking is going to be taking a load down on December 18. Now, I got onto Mayfield Graves County Animal Shelter Facebook page. And what they did is they had somebody come. It was the Nashville Humane Society came and took a lot of their animals that they already had, because they knew there were going to be a lot of strays and lost animals that they need to make room for to get them. So there's been a lot of shuffling around. So the number one thing that they need is money. And they have a PayPal account that you can contribute that way, which is just immediate, boom, and it's done. And there's a lot of things. If you say, the animals, I care more about the children. No judgment. Absolutely. Many places, Red Cross, so forth, they all have PayPal and that type, Venmos, those kind of things. So go to your favorite charity and help out our neighbors, because it's a tragedy that is unthinkable. I cannot imagine. I can't wrap my head around it. So to circle back around and look at these handsome little boys, we got through our storm unscathed. We didn't have any problem, and we're ever so thankful. And now these boys are ready to get to a home and have a good, happy, hopefully a holiday weekend and weeks. And if it's a little bit too chaotic at your home right now, we'll work with your schedule. So just give us a call at 812-482-7387 or direct message us or email us at adopt@dchs@gmail.com, and we'll answer your questions the best we can.
Right, exactly. Be sure to keep following on Facebook, on social media for updates with the Dubois County Humane Society and profiles on all these wonderful animals. Be sure to check out DuboisCountyHumane.org, their website as well. You can also find information on Pet Finder as well. On Boomer and Newton, we're so glad we got to meet Boomer and Newton today. They are wonderful dogs, and they would both love to go home with you from the Dubois County Humane Society. So, Donna, thank you so much. As always, we love getting to meet. Yeah.
Next week, be sure to tune in. One of our volunteers wrote the best Christmas poem, and we're going to read it next week right before Christmas. So please be sure to tune in next week, because oh my goodness, it brought tears to all of our eyes and smiles. It's not just sad, but happy tears, and just he just did a beautiful job, and I can't wait to share it next week.
Yeah, it is fantastic. So you want to tune in for that next week. For Boomer and Newton and Donna, this is Brian on 18 WJTS. Weather is next.